Hello and welcome to What the Flick. I'm Matt, that's Alonso. We're gonna give you a box office report. In case you've been in a cave all weekend, Black Panther was showing at every movie theater across the country.
All the money.
And made all the money, and everybody in the country saw it, and there was much rejoicing.
And we're not even done, because this is a holiday weekend, so today still counts.
Right, so the projection,
in discussing the opening weekend.
Yeah, so the projection for the 4-day weekend is $235 million.
Yes.
For the 3-day, it's $201 million. That includes yesterday, Sunday. The 4-day record has been shattered by Black Panther. That was previously held by Jurassic World, I believe.
You know, there's a very lengthy piece on Forbes that our friend Scott Mendelson did that is called all the box office records Black Panther broke and the ones it almost broke in its debut, where he just, it's like.
So it's the highest grossing release that's not a Star Wars movie, right?
I think so. Hang on. Here's the list. Biggest February opening weekend, biggest non-sequel opening weekend, biggest solo superhero launch of all time, biggest Friday to Sunday opening weekend for a long holiday debut, biggest long holiday opening weekend, biggest opening weekend ever for any movie not directed by a white guy. Thus unseating James Wan, who did Furious 7. Highest grossing movie in North America directed by a black filmmaker. So he's already, with $235 million, that already passes the entire domestic total of Fate of the Furious, which was the previous record holder there. Incidentally, 235, it will also have surpassed the entire domestic gross of Justice League.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Biggest pre-summer opening weekend, second biggest comic book superhero opening weekend, only behind the Avengers. And if you adjust for inflation, it's in the neighborhood of like Spider-Man 3 and Dark Knight and Avengers Age of Ultron. Second biggest Sunday gross, third biggest 4-day gross, third biggest non-summer opening weekend, fourth biggest Saturday gross, fifth biggest opening weekend of all time behind Avengers, Jurassic World, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. Eighth biggest Friday and eighth biggest single day gross, eighth biggest Monday gross if predictions hold up. 25th biggest comic book movie of all time already.
Right, and it's
just on the first weekend.
Just on the first weekend, right. 12th highest grossing movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe already.
After one weekend,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bonkers. That's bonkers, right? It's great. Look,
but again, it's like it's the if you build it, they will come thing. If you serve an underserved audience and you do it well and you do it in a way that gets that audience excited and gets all the other audiences excited too, then it's a license to print money. Right.
So there's a lot of things to unpack out of this. You know, number one is the movie is terrific. It really delivered to audiences. It had an A+ cinema score.
Yes.
Which I don't normally put a lot of stock in that, but it's, you know, people, A+ means like, oh my God, this is even better than we hoped it was gonna be.
Right, there's a lot you can poke holes in cinema score about, but it does give you an indication of like the people who were dying to see the movie and went opening night, how they respond, and their response tells you a lot about repeat business.
Right, I don't know if anyone's seen this picture yet. There was a picture floating around that somebody had taken of the marquee, the internal marquee at the ArcLight on Thursday night, I think, either Thursday or Friday. All the screens were showing Black Panther.
Wow.
On Thursday at the ArcLight in Hollywood. I went and saw the movie a second time on Sunday, took the wife and kid, and as we came out, there were huge lines of people at like 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon.
Look.
To which I thought, wait a minute, guys, what the hell? You guys buy tickets ahead of time at the ArcLight. What's going on here?
I remember being in Dallas in the early 90s, and I went to opening night of Todd Haynes' Poison, and I went to opening night of Longtime Companion. And in both of those cases, I remember standing in lines that curved around the lobby of the theater that it was showing, and it was like there was a gay audience that didn't ever get movies about themselves, and we were gonna go see them and support them. And so I think that the MCU has already sort of created their own audience. You know, whatever is next between now and whatever the next Avengers movie, there's already sort of a core audience that's going to be there. But to have this film that is so Afrocentric and so visionary, with this amazing cast, with it's just they just lined up all the things that people wanted to see that were going to get people excited about this movie, and obviously it worked.
Right. If you look at the rest of the numbers, for the 4-day weekend for the top 10. Number 2 at 10% of the Black Panther audience is Peter Rabbit.
Yeah.
Right, at $23 million, right? And then it's 50 Shades Free, Jumanji, 1517 to Paris, Greatest Showman finally out of the top 5.
Yeah, and for the first time, it dipped more than 20% from weekend to weekend. But it took a long, this is in week 9, mind you. So, it took a while to happen.
So everybody in the world, or at least everybody in the US has gone to see Black Panther. I think it made something like $169 million worldwide. It hasn't even opened in China yet. That's the one to watch, is to see how it does in China.
Well, and it's funny, I think this is the movie that's going to shatter a lot of illusions about what movies travel and what stars travel, because there's been this canard for a long time about black movies don't play well overseas, and again I think it was Scott Mendelson who pointed out both 12 Years a Slave and Moonlight grossed more internationally than they did domestically. So that's not really true necessarily, and I think that if there's a way to sell this as a Marvel movie in countries that maybe traditionally don't turn out to see movies with black protagonists, that could change everything.
But also, that may not even be the thing to worry about, right? As you were just saying, like, is that?
Are we holding on to some old standard that really isn't even true anymore? That's certainly possible, yeah.
Right. Also, to be able to say, like, well, no, I couldn't possibly be racist in my hiring. No, it's because they don't watch these movies. That's why. Anyway, so if you haven't seen Black Panther this weekend, what the hell? Seriously, what are you doing?
Maybe you had a hard time getting a ticket, but it's going to be around for a while. I'm trying to think what for the other openers this weekend, which were kind of like sort of
Early Man.
Talk about throw them into the furnace. Early Man opened pretty weak. It came in at number 7 with a little over 3 million. I think the too young for PG-13 Black Panther counter-programming audience mostly went to Peter Rabbit.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Pure Flix gave us their own superhero movie with Samson, and that didn't even break the top 10.
Right, that made less than 100th. Less, yeah.
Well, less than.
Oh, I'm sorry, less than
1/200th.
Less than 1%.
Yeah.
Sorry, less than 1% of Black Panther at $2.2 million.
Where are you? Oh, you're looking at a 4-day.
Samson, for the 4-day.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at the 3-day here. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so that not a particularly healthy per screen average. I mean, Pure Flix generally knows how to open this stuff, but I think even they were not ready for
Samson,
this.
I'm going to see Black Panther.
Exactly, but they've got the third God's Not Dead movie opening soon, so I'm sure that one they're going to be promoting from the pulpit like crazy.
God's still not dead.
Yeah,
again.
no, honest to gosh, we really mean it this time. Not dead.
Son of God's not dead.
There you go. Yeah. This weekend was pretty much Black Panther, and Black Panther.
And probably will be next weekend too.
Probably.
All right. Thanks for joining us.